Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. As you guys may know, if you're a Nike fan, I'm not a big fan of Nike shoes, except for the turbos, the GT turbos that they discontinued. But today, I'm going to try on the replacement. Stay tuned. Practice anytime, day or night, 24/7, 365 with Fast Track Tennis. Get your Fast Track Tennis today and get 10% off with Tennis Spin. Link is below. And get your tennis on the fast track. All right, guys, super excited. I got the replacement of the GT Turbos. It is called Zoom. Got some Zoom. We're going to Zoom here. Zoom GP Challenge 1s. In this color. Right? Oh my gosh. Looks like Air Tech Challenge 1s from the Agassi days with the pink and the black. Wow. It kind of looks like GT Turbos, though. Kind of does. Except there's mesh here. The synthetic rubber guard on this side, because that's where we're going to drag. What happens if we go sideways? I guess we run into this. So this is going to help protect it right there. This is going to be your lateral stability. The sole looks very similar to GT Turbo. And I wonder if it's going to have the same cushioning. This looks lower though, right here. This looks lower. I'm a little worried about this though, a little. Because people who yank on those laces tend to like rip those out of the holders. Interesting. Let's see what it weighs. Take 10.5, guys. 10.5. 15.9 on the 10.5. What does mine's weigh? $15.4. So the new Nike shoe, Zoom GP Challenge 1s are actually heavier. Let's try them on. All right, we just got off the court with the GP Challenge 1s, Zoom GP Challenge 1s. And I mean, I'm loving these colors.
Yeah.
Coach, it's very retro, like you were saying with the colors. It's like the Air Tech Challenge 1s from back in the day.
Yep.
I felt a good amount of cushioning. Obviously, this is my first hour with it. Very soft on the top. Pretty soft there, pretty stable there. But you've had yours for how long now?
I've had it for a solid week.
Okay.
I've coached probably 60 hours, played and coached, about 60 hours in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was a big fan of the last model, except for the toe box. The toe box was a little short for me. This feels good. It feels, honestly, it does feel a little more stable than the last model. My biggest beef with it is the tongue isn't connected. So this starts to move a lot. unless you have it really tied in. And I'm like, come on, Nike, just get it together. Just connect the tongue and we're good. Also, when you unlace them, like everybody does when they finish playing and they walk, this starts to do all this stuff. So you can't really walk in it after you're done playing. The other thing that I would say is this right here. This is a loop, and that breaks very easily. I thought I broke it twice already. I would love this last hole to be actually just a real hole in the body of the shoe to be more stable. And then I would say, reminds me a lot of the Barricade, that classic Adidas Barricade that was one of their most successful shoes for a long time. But this heel lift is money, and that is really what Nike's doing a great job of with a lot of different models that they're doing now. So keep that up, Nike. I like that a lot.
I feel there's cushioning in here,
yeah,
which is great. Just like the previous version, the GT Turbos, which I loved a lot. I mean, I feel like they decided to soften and mesh this up and then give you like a kind of a stabilizer thing here to hold you in.
Yep.
I mean, I thought it felt pretty comfortable in the beginning, but I can see that there's just a little bit of maybe stability issues.
Yep.
I can feel like I can go over on this versus the turbos.
Yeah, the turbos, I'd say from the corners were better. But this overall has a consistent feel and less rubber on the top, which actually is nice, like you're saying. Less rubber, which is good.
Yep. For some reason, these aren't selling very well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think what you have here is, this again, it's that toe box is a little shallow still, even though they made it a little bit better, and it's a little stiffer and heavier feeling out of the box than the other models. It's not as light. Yep,
it's close to a pound. This thing is about 15.6 or 16. I forget what happened when I weighed it, but it does weigh a good amount because of, I'm guessing, the sole. Look at this sole. Right, it's beefy.
It feels that way. It feels beefy. It doesn't feel like it's plush or sleek. It feels pretty beefy on your feet.
But that's also going to give you cushioning. I mean, if you're running around like Tiafo, you're going to need this.
You're going to need some. Yeah, you're going to need some.
But I mean, it's mixed reviews. I think it's great cushioning. It's softer up top, so it's going to fit a little bit more people. You said the expanded toe box. We just need to make a couple adjustments to the tongue because it does slide. And then maybe a real hole right here, because this, I mean, I can see the people who really rip on this can pop this right off.
Yeah, that'll come off real fast. Yeah.
So mixed reviews, all right, but try it on. I think the price will be right pretty soon. Coach Pablo, thank you so much for doing this shoe review with me.
Thank you.
Where can they find you?
Go on Mighty Tennis, be mighty, and thanks so much.
Be mighty, guys. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.